It's hard to imagine a time when the maple leaf wasn't worn as a proud symbol of Canada. It's on backpacks when we go traveling, just so that we're not mistaken for those, neighbors to the south. But the evolution of that flag design was a contentious issue, and once again, flared up divisions between English and French Canada. Welcome to More Canadian History. Today we get to discuss the Canadian flag. Hey Pierre, what's red and pointy all over? Oh, not a sunburned porcupine. It's the maple leaf. It was like a softball question. Canada had been a country for almost 100 years when the then Prime Minister, Lester B. Pearson, proposed that we create a flag that would represent the nation. Pearson had received the Nobel Peace Prize a few years earlier because of how he had helped manage the crisis in the Suez Canal. It was during that crisis where he became very disturbed because the Egyptians really didn't want Canadian peacekeepers on the ground because the flag still had the Union Jack from Britain. The British were seen to be aggressors, at least by the Egyptians, and Pearson really wanted to distance himself from the mother country to prove Canada's own identity. But there were problems. The leader of the opposition and former Prime Minister himself, John Diefenbaker, was a staunch monarchist. He began snidely referring to any new flag design as the Pearson pennant. And then there was the question of how to represent the country. What colors should be used? Should we go with the British or the French lineage? What symbology should be used? Pearson, I think, quite smartly realized that he could not use one symbol to represent one specific group. Therefore, the Union flag and the fleur-de-lis were out as options. George Stanley, who was then the Dean of Arts at the Royal Military College of Canada, told Pearson that the flag had to avoid the use of national or racial symbols that are of a divisive nature. Pearson tasked Stanley with creating the flag that we all now know today. And in this brilliantly funny piece of political theater, Pearson brought two options to Parliament to vote on. The opposition, thinking that for sure Pearson's Liberals would vote on the design that he had publicly stated beforehand, all voted for the single maple leaf, as did everybody else, and with no dissenting votes at all, the single maple leaf became our flag. On January 28, 1965, Queen Elizabeth II proclaimed the new flag of Canada, and our burgeoning self-identity began to flourish. Now, if only that hockey team was any good. Pretty cool stuff, huh, Pierre? What? No, this is a family show. This is the last Canadian history video, at least for right now. If you liked what you watched, let me know down in the comments below and whether or not you'd like to see more of these. My name is Kyle. This is Pierre. You were watching Canadian History. I also upload videos every Monday and Thursday. You can subscribe and like down below. Let me know what your favorite Canadian story is. I'd love to hear about it.